there, folks. Welcome to episode 74 of the V&M podcast. On the hot seat tonight is Sleep Coach Emmett Lynch. What's the crack, Emmett? How are you?
Thank you.
This week's sponsor is Mark McCarran, behind the camera, COIMS. He's going to sponsor the next 5 episodes of our podcast. Thanks very much for that, Mark.
And he actually said he's paying us in sterling too. For some reason, I don't know why.
But that is true. 74, Maffa. We're not arrested yet.
74, and we're not arrested yet. That's a fucking one in itself.
We could be sleeping by the end of this, though.
Hopefully. Emma, thanks for coming down. And we're actually looking. I always say that we're looking really forward to it. We're actually really looking forward to this one. Hey,
Right, happy days.
What's the cracks? How are you, and what's the story?
Well, I want to say thanks very much for having me, lads.
No problem at all.
I actually do listen to the show as well. So see when you're like you see it on a podcast and you're here, like you have a great setup.
It's a
I
good
said
job.
to you before you came on air, like you have done some job.
Some job.
That's a good job, eh?
It's lethal. Like.
It is a good job, to be fair. As I was saying to you too, it's just handy the way we walk in here, sit down, press play.
And then that's it.
That's it.
Nice
Handy.
chill atmosphere. There's a thing you drink here. We're helping
He's don't.
up.
But you know what? Hey, we're normally a wee bit rushing about or doing something. Hey, but I don't know. You give off an old vibe there. That's relaxing vibe. Did you put something in our drink or anything? No.
Just on in the air.
No, but that's what. Yeah, it does. There's very like. You seem very fucking chillaxed anyway.
I think that's the best way to be sometimes, is it?
Just lay back.
Well, sometimes traffic's I think traffic winds everybody up.
Oh, don't even start me here.
Do
But
you know about the traffic here now?
oh, as know when you said to me it's at 8 o'clock, and I go like in the morning, and you're no at night. I go thank God. I thought because I know like traffic down here is hectic. Like so,
Dirty, isn't it?
I be coming here in the worst of form. So I like flew down from Derry, like pure handy road and everything, and the directions all. I was all like, this is a breeze.
Wow.
But
Breeze.
usually if I do podcasts, I have to go to Belfast or out there, and like it's a ridiculous time during the day, and the traffic's mental. So see, I was an absolute
The
gift
Donald
there
show.
tonight.
No, we'd rather chill. You know what? It's when the day's kind of over and you can sit down and relax. Like nothing else thinking of. You don't go anywhere after it and stuff. But the traffic here's fucking.
It's disgusting.
It's a
I
nightmare.
would drive miles and miles to try to get around.
Do you
it,
avoid
like,
it?
oh,
Yeah, but
100%.
obviously.
100%.
Wouldn't sit in it,
I
like.
wouldn't sit in it.
No, it fries me.
So you're from Derry?
I am from Derry. Yep. Always a good connection between Derry and Donegal.
Oh,
Donegal, Derry.
100%.
It's always good.
100%. So sleep coach or
Mhm.
sleep consultant?
Aye, you can call me either or. I have been called worse, so you can call me. You can call me either or. I'm
Sleep
grand,
cunt.
man. You can call me that.
We want to know first left is how does someone become a sleep consultant? Like we don't understand how someone can.
Aye.
Do you know it's
It's a good question, and like people are like I didn't even know that was even a thing, and I go, aye, you're right. But see, for me, like I've always, like I love my sleep, and I know what I'm like when I don't sleep, and I've always kind of been intrigued by in health and in all the health services and stuff like that. We focus so much on our physical health, our nutritional health, our mental health. But if you think about sleep, right, that's 1/3 of your life is spent sleeping. But yet, why is there not enough services and conversations about it? Because if you think about sleep, that's the foundation of your health. Like if you get up and if you have a bad night's sleep tonight, what are you going to be like tomorrow?
bag of fucking cats?
What he's probably going to eat?
Shite.
The biggest pile of crap ever.
Bag of crisps in the morning.
But you can see how your sleep has such a big impact
Yeah.
on everything else. But even in terms of how we even do our day, even in terms of like our concentration, our productivity, our motivation and stuff like that there. But if we were to flip that on its head, like what are we like when we get a good night's sleep? You feel as if you're flying. Your eating's better, motivation's better. You got a wee bit of rose back in the rose tinted glasses again. Everything just seems
better,
easier or better. So that. But if I was to answer your question, like how did I get into it? To be honest with you, this actually came about. I kind of fell into it. To be honest with you, okay. So in my other jobs I've only ever been in, like it's always kind of working with children or families or mental health or drugs or alcohol or homelessness, and I've done that now for the last 10 or 15 years. But in more recent times I now work in the health service and stuff like that in the north. But one thing that struck me the whole time when I was working with all different types of groups was the underlying issues were, in terms of how people were feeling, was they were going, oh, sleep's crap. I was just always scratching my head, and then I was kind of looking for myself to try to find things to help people with, and then I wanted to go back and get trained as a sleep consultant, but then life gets in your way.
Yeah, 100%.
And then you have it, and then I just said to myself way last year, I'm going to definitely go for it this year. I'm so glad that I did, because I went ahead and I done like this 6-week mental health project with another wee kind of group I was working with. I was like 18 women in a group, and then the other group was 12, and I asked every single one of them just randomly one night, do you even sleep at night time? And they all turn around and says, no. And they all turn around and goes, I thought I was the only one. I thought I was the only one that didn't sleep at night time. And they goes, I'm the same. And then all of a sudden they start talking, and I'm sitting the whole time going, even though all the information I had was always anecdotal, like I never had strong data, but all them people in that room were saying that to me at night. So I went away, went online myself, done my course. Took me nearly 9 months to a year to get trained up on it and how to be a sleep consultant and stuff like that. Then you have to get verified and accredited, and then you have to get your insurances and your accredited body. So there's a lot of hoops you have to jump through, but that's a good thing as well, because you don't want a wacko running around saying that, oh, I'll help you with sleep, and then you find out that they're not qualified or they're not really that you should be doing it. So in many ways, it's also a really good thing as well. So in many ways, I fell on that because I love me sleep myself. I know what I'm like when I don't sleep. And then I've always kind of found myself, that's something that I feel that there's not anybody else kind of doing. So that's why I kind of went into it, lads.
That's a good thing to get into. I love people getting into stuff that other people aren't doing. Like, it's rare enough. You know what I mean? But so how long is it since you done that course?
Oh, geez, no, I got qualified there in probably end of May, last week in June. But then before this year, and then I set up, like, I didn't even have social media or anything, because before it, no, I went off it for Lent at the first lockdown, right? And I never went on social media again.
Did you?
No. And then I set up and got qualified and trained, and my wife turned around and goes, well, you're going to have to.
Well, that's where the power is.
You're going to have to in terms of communicating out, and I was so against it, like. And she was kind of going, you're going to have to, have a social media presence, and I was all like, you'll not believe it. I turned around and I says, what's his Instagram thing? And she was like, come on, you must know what it is. I was like, right, you're going to have to show me what this is. And then and then that's where it kind of.
Do you think that's a big part of why you're a good sleeper?
I do think that's actually a good question. I never thought about that before. What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on it? Like,
I just she gets on to me all the time about fucking scrolling but it's not even that. I watch a lot of TV at night. Right, so then when I'm done watching TV, I go to bed and then scroll my phone.
Right, okay.
And TikTok's a bastard. Like, you can sit on it.
It's a balls. I deleted it.
It's so it's just so you go down a fucking dark hole. Like,
I was going to say these, see, for years, right, and this is the thing, there's a lot of myths around sleep, you know what I mean, about the blue light in your phone equals I'll wreck your sleep at night time. See, for years, that was the thought, that was the thought that everybody was saying. But see, in more recent times, they'll turn around and say it's not necessarily the blue light in your phone, because you can dim the light on your phone, right? Yeah. It's actually the attention grabbing nature of social media that's just keeping us going, and then the algorithms and stuff like that there on it, and then you're getting wee dopamine hits. So they're not very good for sleep. In fact, they would not be a friend to sleep.
Because they're giving you a buzz.
They're getting you lifting, and then before you know it, you're sitting looking at your phone, and then you look at your phone, you look at the clock, and go, there's 25 minutes going. And then you're up again, you're still scrolling. And a lot of the time too, what I can see is people will kind of look at their phone, but then also what they're doing, they could be looking at other people's profiles, and they'll be doing a thing called compare and despair, where they're going, they're on holidays again. I've been on holidays all year. They've got a new car. Fuck, they're moving house. No, it's just all this, and then that's all not good things when you're in your bed.
Oh, you know you're overdrive kind of thing.
About it, like your bed is really for sleeping on.
Yeah, that's what I mean now, because that's.
You know what I mean? It's 100%. So like, why? I understand, but then see, no, it's mad too, because see, on the flip side, see, some people I work with, they'll turn around and say, oh, the clients will come on, they'll turn around and say, but Emmett, that is actually my way of chilling out. So I said to them, look, you have to weigh it up. So I said to them, there's the genies are in the bottle when it comes to technology and school and stuff like that there, and I think the more that you tell people don't do it, the more they feel as if they're sacrificing something.
Yeah.
So I always turn around and says, do it, but then have a wee limit of 20 minutes, right? That's me done. It's out of my system now. I still feel as if I've got something. It's kind of like, like a 0% beer. You still feel as if you've got something.
Aye. You just need something,
without the full whack. Aye. So that can be a thing, definitely, on it. Probably. But the reality is, I say to most people, is that's probably not the reason why you're not sleeping.
Yeah.
There's probably other things that's wrong.
I thought that would have been top of list job.
Well, the big thing for me what I have noticed in terms of people not sleeping is sometimes too, right? They can be so busy during the day, right? Flat out, and all of a sudden they're slamming on the brakes, and they're just jumping into bed at night time.
Trying to switch off again.
Why you're thinking wind down, like?
Not winding down, and not allowing the body to relax down, not allowing the mind to relax down. So what's actually happening there too? So they're lying in their bed, and what majority of people, they make this crucial mistake is they're trying to force sleep to happen.
I think I do that.
Martha.
No.
You're never busy.
Martha,
that's why you sleep like a lamb.
No, but
he sleeps like a baby.
I'm an unbelievable sleeper.
That's why he looks so young looking.
But so fucking clip that.
I'm heading on here.
But my problem, right, is I sleep like a fuck. I have no problem sleeping.
Good.
Sometimes I have bother getting to sleep.
That's right. Okay.
But I thought that's screen time. But then I think it is, bang, forcing myself to sleep, close, and then sitting looking at the ceiling.
Staring at the ceiling. Aye.
But see, when I go to sleep, you could come in and sit in my face, and I wouldn't waking up. Do you know what I mean? Well, it depends who it is, but I go into a deep sleep.
Well, that's you know what, and whatever you're doing, you keep whatever you're doing.
But there is sometimes in that I be in bed and I be lying there for an hour, maybe 2 hours, not sleeping. I get up, go down, watch Only Fools and Horses. That's what I normally watch, and sleep on the couch.
Right.
Sometimes that happens, but again, I think that's just my mind.
I would say to most people, right? So what you're, and I suppose the thing is too, is to remind everybody that everybody, irrespective of who or what they are, we can all experience nights like that. Right? I don't care what anybody says, we all can. And sometimes too is we can, a thing called sleep reality versus a thing called sleep perception, is sometimes we can catastrophize on our sleep sometimes. And I would turn around and say, that's why I like to kind of keep things chilled out when we kind of talk about sleep, because there's so much information out there at the minute. It's actually freaking people out about sleep, going, oh, I need to sleep 8 hours, 9 hours, I need to do this, I need to do that. And I'm just going, please just calm down and just enjoy your sleep. And it all depends on the person. So that would be my main thing, is about telling people just to kind of.
Well, you always kind of relaxed though. You always kind of, you're really late. Like, it's been a real buzzing here since you've been on here. It's just real. Like, normally we're always he's chatting about fucking rode off helmets or something, or something weird, but there's just a vibe off you. We always like that, or we always laid back, or
I don't know. Like, to be honest with you, my wife would probably say
different.
Different. But what I have what I actually do? I actually practice a wee bit of mindfulness.
Right.
And breath work and all that crap.
A wee bit. All right. I'm a big believer in it, to be honest with you, because I think it's a great way to kind of settle your brain at night time, or even during the day and stuff like that there too, and just in general. And
you need a chisel and a hammer to fucking chill my brain out.
Aye.
I'm bad sleeper.
You would think that, but and I always say to people, see, sleep is a skill, right? Where you can actually retrain anybody. I have people coming into me and they turn around and say to me, I haven't slept right in 7 years. I haven't slept right in 10 years. Like, I had a woman in there with me, and I worked with her for about 5 or 6 weeks, and she went from really getting really bad night sleep for about 7 years. Came in, we worked with her, and she was fantastic. Like, she did everything really well. And she left after about 5 or 6 weeks, and she's now sleeping really well, 5 out of 7 nights a week. And she went from, her words were, not sleeping, which is incredible. Like, and the methodologies I use is a thing called CBTI, right, which is cognitive behavioural therapy for insomnia. And really, what that's doing is changing how you think about sleep. So see, sometimes too, you might have people in your bed. Like, we have people who go to bed, right, and they're busy all day, or they're lying on the sofa and they're starting to get tired, right? And then they go upstairs to bed, or they go into their bedroom, head hits the pillow, and all of a sudden their mind just goes a light.
Oh, sir.
Aye. Stop. Sound familiar?
There's times that I could be on the couch, like, with the wife, and I'll be like out there, and
fingering her.
Oh, jeez. Keep that on or cut it.
Oh.
Keep it on. But I'd be like out there, and then I'd go up and I'd go, right, I'm going to bed, and I'd just switch on my phone for 2 seconds, and I'd sit there, and next thing she'd come up, and I'm wide awake.
You're wide awake. You're staring at the ceiling.
But he'd be way bad to get him.
Bad, like I can hear. I would hear the fucking coal man fanny fart out the back if he was, if I was lying in the bed. Like.
But see what you'll find is what's happening there, and this is where when we look at sleep, this is where we unpack things with people, right? So in your living room, you feel quite, or for anybody who's in that type of kind of space. So I had a couple of clients who were very, very similar. They were sitting in their living room. They feel tired, and then they go go upstairs, go into their bedroom. Head hits the floor, head hits a pillow, and all of a sudden they sort of unpacking their day, right? And even having arguments that they would like to have. Lovely saying the things that they would love to say, or they're thinking about things from years ago, or what they're doing is they're thinking about the future. Their mind's propelling them forward. And I would say to anybody, see a busy mind is a ruffled pillow, and it's very, very difficult to kind of get to sleep. What can happen there sometimes too is our mind associates our bed with wakefulness, not sleep. Because for years, these people that I have worked with, they have unpacked their day in their bed. Your bed's for sleeping in, not unpacking your day. Where the best time to kind of do that is actually a couple of hours before bed.
Unpack all your stuff in your mind.
Empty your mind, more or less.
And there's a really simple technique that I would kind of use with anybody. It's called like a brain dump. Dump your brain down. Like if you think about it, right, see from your right ear to your left ear, there's 6 inches. It's not built.
14 inches.
Same size as my cock,
So it's not really built for these busy.
Makes sense.
But even in terms of the social and the emotional and the material demands that we are on us, you know what I mean, all the time. So your brain's just busy. And one thing I say to all the clients I work with, see an hour before your bed, I call it the golden hour. I want you to relax, and I want you to do something you really, really enjoy. And see your busy brain, I don't want you to bring it upstairs with you. I want you to put it down on a piece of paper, get a pen, and dump everything down.
How can you write a piece of paper?
Or right.
Do you?
Did he say, how can you write a piece of paper?
He says, do the thing you love to do. You writing a piece of paper.
What
you know what I mean?
Right? And you put it all down, right? With everything that you've got. And we've actually shown that's actually a very good way of chilling the mind down. So when you go up to bed, you can kind of go to sleep.
So really, put your thoughts down. Is that what you're saying? Put your thoughts down
thoughts
on your
down, your feelings, who you have to ring the next day. That argument, that pretend argument you're having in your head, whatever it is that's annoying you or whatever it is, you can kind of put it down. But see, equally too, for some people who come and see me, not even experience them issues as well. What they can be doing is lying in their bed and worrying on the fact that they're not going to sleep at night.
I feel if I worry about not sleeping, I don't.
And then what happens there too is, and I say to everybody is, see when that happens, what can happen is our insomnia, right, loves it when we give it attention.
Yeah.
Loves it when we now start going down the rabbit hole with it.
Yeah.
So the whole thing on CBT is cognitive behavioural therapy. Really, it's all about how do you challenge your thinking. So the thing called negative sleep thoughts, like, right, I'm not going to sleep tonight. Got another bad night's sleep. How am I going to cope tomorrow? Why me? This isn't happening to anybody else bar me. You might even look around, your partner's snoring, and you're sitting jealous, and you're sitting angry, and you're annoyed and stuff like that. But you look at all those thoughts, feelings, and emotions. They're not conducive for sleep, are they? No.
You're winding yourself up.
You're winding yourself up, right? And if you unpack it a wee bit more, right, in terms of psychology or the body and stuff like that. So in our central nervous system, right, there is basically 2 branches. You got the sympathetic part of our nervous system, and you got the parasympathetic side of our nervous system. The sympathetic part of our nervous system, that's your fight or flight response. But see all the things we talked about there now, the annoyed and the empathy thoughts, you're actually in the sympathetic part of your nervous system. That's your wakefulness system. So see, the more that you try to force sleep to happen, and the more you think like that, the more your mind will keep you awake, because it perceives that there's a threat. And the only way that you can sleep is if your mind, body, everything else feels safe.
Yeah.
And the reason why we have nights like we're physically not being able to sleep is because our mind and our central nervous system doesn't believe that it's safe to sleep. Because if you think about sleep, you're completely vulnerable. You're literally knocked out.
That's crazy when you think about it, though, isn't it?
Sleep is amazing. Like, it's so, and see, you know, it's mad. Like, see, the more I get into sleep and the more I work with people and I study it, I read about it all the time, the more I've actually realised we know less about sleep, the more we kind of get into it.
Yeah.
Because it's fascinating, like, and even the greatest minds in the world, you get Sigmund Freud tried his hand at it, you had Nobel Peace Prize winners, all tried to crack what is sleep. And the one thing that they found out at the end of the research, they were all going, still not too sure. But one thing that we do know is that we need it.
Tell me this. Sorry, Vinny.
Alright, go on ahead.
See, when you're working, Emmett, and you get up and you're absolutely fucking wrecked, and then the weekend comes and you're off.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not off many weekends. But
Don't know who's
why,
wanking there.
why do you get up? Like, I get up at the weekend, and then I'm just, there's no, I'm trying to sleep and I can't sleep. And eventually then get up.
That's probably routine, would it be, no?
Okay, there's a few wee things there, right? So, one thing I would say to everybody is, is it shift work you do, is it?
Split shifts.
Split shifts. One of the things, so, again, this is kind of goes back to the sleep sciencey stuff, right? And so you've all heard of your circadian rhythm. That's just your internal 24-hour body clock. That's what that is, right? And that's just like, it just means like around a day. That's what circadian means. And it's based on your 24-hour cycle. And the one thing I would say to everybody is, see, even if you are finding it difficult to sleep, you still get up at the same time every day, including weekends. Because what you want to be doing is setting your circadian rhythm. Where people come to me and they'll say, be up, I say, at 7 o'clock on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but lying on 11 o'clock on a Saturday, and then on a Sunday they might lie on a wee bit more. So see your circadian rhythm. Like, that's the envy of all the Swiss clockmakers in the world. It's so sensitive, right? In that your body now starts going, right, do I get up at 7 or do I get up at 10:30? Do I get up at 11? It doesn't really know what to do, so it's all over the place. So one thing I would say to everybody is stick to your consistent get up time. And why that's really good is because when the moment your feet hit the floor in the morning time, your body releases a chemical called adenosine. And that's a sleep pressure chemical that builds up in the brain. So the more you're up, and the more you're awake, the more sleep pressure is, the more you sleep better that night.
But why are you not as wrecked as you are during the week?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
Do you know what I'm saying? You wake up on a Saturday, like you're trying to close your eyes, thinking, why am I not like, oh, is it because you have to go to work?
Yeah.
Is it because that's in your head that you have to go to work?
Probably, because there's probably things that you got to go do. You know what I mean, that day and stuff you got there. You definitely can be that too, I suppose.
Because does your body know, like, how do you teach your body? Do you think when you're getting up, right, oh, I have to go to work here? Do a fuck. Do you know what I mean?
You're trying to tell yourself, do you know what I wanted to ask you? See a power nap.
Oh, aye.
See...
People ask me this question all the time.
Like, there's nothing better than a power nap.
Yeah.
But you do see the power naps that you don't mean to power nap, and you wake up and the drool run under your ear,
and you don't know what the other week it is.
Why are they so good? Is that because you're not thinking at all? You're not meaning to go to sleep, but when you fall asleep for an hour on the couch and you wake up and like, why they are unbelievable. Like,
you feel as if you've like, you feel as if you could run a marathon. You're full of energy and you're ready to go again. Your form is up and everything and stuff like that there. And this is the thing, right? I have nothing like, I'm okay with people napping. Now, in the sleep world, we wouldn't call it napping, we would call it controlled rest periods, right? Because the reason why we would use the thing called controlled rest periods rather than napping is because our body likes to anticipate things rather than react to things. So napping, you could be sitting on the sofa watching like Fools and Horses, then boom, you're out, and then an hour later you're going, right? But the thing is about your nap is, naps are grand if you don't have an issue with sleep, which you don't.
Right.
You could sleep on a bun.
Because I know what you mean. Because for the regular person, it struggles.
But for the other person who has struggles with their sleep at night time, I would say no to napping during the day or control rest periods and stuff out there too. Don't, and continue to don't as well, because it'll remember that thing I chatted about, that sleep pressure. So you can imagine when you get up in the morning time, so it's building on your brain, but then when you get a nap, it shrinks down.
Right.
Because you're spending your kind of sleep pressure. So my thing is, for the people I work with, is let's not get you napping during the day. Let's build up that sleep pressure so much that when you get to bed, you're going to go.
Makes sense.
But in terms of going back to you about napping, I'm okay with napping as long or controlled rest periods if they're about 30 minutes, right? Now, the reason why I say 30 minutes because you know that sleep cycle, you might see it sometimes. You got non-REM 1, non-REM 2, non-REM 3.
Yeah.
Non-REM 3, that's your deep sleep. So that's probably what you were experiencing, right? That big, deep sleep. And then you got REM, that's your sleep. So when you go round more than 30 minutes, you're now going to deep sleep. Right. Now that will have an impact on your sleep at night. So for that stuff, but if you really wanted to nap, I probably encourage you to do a control rest period for about 90 minutes. But have it timed on your phone so you're going to get up. But I would also say to people too is particularly county players and athletes and stuff like that would come to me for advice and guidance on their sleep for their performance. I would say lock that time into your day, right? And have the room set up that you're going to go on to rest on. But don't put the pressure on that you're going in for sleeping. You're going on to rest. And if sleep comes, it's a bonus.
It's a bonus. You're switching off.
Just want to, for the record, I don't nap every day.
The whole weekend.
I actually came on and he was
sleeping.
Were you?
I thought I was awake.
No, I wouldn't normally, but geez, fuck, see when it happens, I love it. It doesn't happen.
That's great. I would say I'm okay with them. I have no bother with them, but if people are
struggling it makes sense to be fair.
I would say no, to be honest with you. But they are great, and they're great wee boosters for you and stuff like that. Yeah.
I got 91 last night. I don't know how because I was up at 12:30.
Some sleep trackers. You tracking your sleep?
No, it's just on my phone.
Oh, you're on your phone, right?
But see, my body battery was the 100 last night when I woke up in the morning.
Right.
And my sleep score is 91, right? But see if I have a wine.
I thought you were going to say a wank.
See if I have a wine, my body battery's down to and my sleep's shocking.
Aye. Alcohol isn't a friend of sleep. Okay, it's a bit of a friend of mine when it comes to sleep, to be honest with you. So when we have a wine or a beer or whatever, we naturally get that relaxed feeling because obviously alcohol is a bit of a sedative and stuff like that there too. And then you go into sleep. But the thing is, when that wears off, it fragments the life out of your sleep. It brings you in and out of your sleep. And plus, when we drink, we don't actually go into that deep REM sleep we talk about. And that's your restorative sleep where you get your human growth hormone, your immune system's restocked and stuff like that there too. So if you do have a feed of drink and you sleep, you probably wake up the next day and feel as if you even help with a bus. It's obviously because of the alcohol, but it's also because your sleep has to be absolutely banjacks.
Yeah.
And what you might find sometimes too is that when you have alcohol in your system, is see before you wake up, see your dreams, they'd be really, really vivid and be like really, really intense. Because what's happening there too is see when you drink, if you're drinking, you actually can't dream. And then when the alcohol wears off, that's when the body will flood you through.
The boy in the black stand at the bottom of the bed.
Will literally flood your brain through a REM sleep to make up for the REM sleep that you lost at the start of your night.
That's mad. You trying to roar, your boy, and you can't roar.
I was going to ask you about dreams.
Right. Go for it.
Do you know the myth where wherever you're falling, and they reckon if before you hit the ground, you wake up and the sweat beating off you. They reckon if you don't wake up, you die.
Right.
Oh, have you never heard that before?
No.
Oh, maybe it's pure shit.
You
You ever hear it, Mark?
No, it's I think what there's something we've similar to that is called the Hypnic syndrome, right? All right, and really what that is, see sometimes too when you went from wakefulness, seeing you're lying in your bed and you're about to go to sleep and you may go.
Yeah, oh fuck, that happens to me all the time.
That's what that is. So really, what that is about your body actually thinks, right, that it's falling because if you think about it, when you fall, your body will automatically loosen you up to reduce the amount of impact that hits the ground. So when you're falling into your sleep, your lungs will become lighter, your body temperature will drop, but them's all just the natural stages of sleep. That's why it'll hit the panic button straight away and says, fuck, we're falling. And it'll wake you up out of your sleep again. That's what it is. So in actual fact, you're just falling into your sleep.
Yeah.
That's what it
That's
is. But
mad,
if you're lying with your partner and you do it, she'll think, what's wrong?
Flying elbow.
And want to get a knock you out.
That's weird, hey. See, I meant to ask you, see people that sleepwalk, they must be deep sleepers.
They can be. Like, that's actually a sleep disorder.
Oh,
Sleepwalking is a sleep disorder. I haven't met any sleepwalkers that have ever kind of come into me yet, but is it
still as common as it used to be?
Aye, like it is. It's a serious sleep condition. I was actually reading up on it. There was a podcast I was listening to ages ago when they were talking about sleepwalk disorder, and there was this real, there's a couple of famous cases. This fella was like a clinical sleep psychologist in like London sleep clinic. It's one of the biggest in Europe, and he had he had a few clients. He had one lady, which was I couldn't believe when I heard the story. Right, is that the only reason she knew that she was a sleepwalker because her landlady would turn around and say to her, "Where are you going at 2 o'clock in the morning?" Right, and she was kind of saying, "You must be mad. I'm sure I'm sleeping at that stage." Right, then she kept getting speeding fines through. She was sleep
driving.
She was sleep motorbike drive.
What?
I swear to God, she was sleep motorbike driving up and down the motorways, up and down the motorways, flying it up and down, and she kept getting these speeding tickets, and she was ringing up the local council, like, this is physically impossible. It was me, and someone has my bike, and someone's taking it up and down, and then her landlady says, "No, I keep seeing you, like, say a couple of nights a week, with your full motorbike gear on, you with your helmet going downstairs." She goes, "You don't speak to me or acknowledge me, you just go downstairs and away you go."
What?
But there's actually a famous case. Now, I don't know if it's an urban legend, right? But there's a famous case. It's always America, right? Always America. Because never nothing like here or handy enough. Like, there's a case where this guy, he was actually had a sleep disorder, sleepwalking. He was under enormous pressure, financial pressure. I think the family farm or her family farm, something like that, there was going to go to the wall, and they asked like the in-laws for some financial help, and they just says no way. And he drove right in his sleep.
Killed them.
You know the story.
No, but I said they killed everybody.
He 23 miles, right? He drove 23 miles, got a wheelbrace, went up the stairs and bludgeoned the couple that he was asking the money off. Hopped in the car, drove home, just woke up the next day, and
just went
on his day.
What?
And then, but there was actually he actually was acquitted. When this all went to court, there had to be a serious test and a serious assessment. Was this boy swinging a lead, or is he a legit? Is this a chronic sleepwalker and stuff like that? They did all these tests, and they actually found out that he was actually asleep. So sleepwalking disorder and stuff like that there too.
So he got away with?
He's acquitted.
That's mental, hey.
So sleepwalking, it can be, look, and the thing is about...
It can be dangerous.
It can be dangerous. But the thing is...
Me out and kill
I think about sleepwalking, it can be debilitating for a person as well. Like, I know we always kind of joke about the stuff out there, which is fine.
Fucking right.
I've had no sleepwalkers ever come into me looking for advice or guidance, but it would probably be limited to what I could do for them. To be honest with you, they would probably need to come under the care of their GP, and they need to probably go into hospital and do a sleep study and stuff like that to actually find out the scale of it and stuff like that. But it's not unusual, like I remember when I was studying to become a sleep consultant, like I remember reading about it, and there's people like making dinners and all, and like ringing people and
what the fuck?
It's why we do that. They're still really scratching their head as to why is it that someone could drive a motorcycle in their sleep. Like, if you think about London, look how many cars on the road, that's losing sleep. Up and down the motorway, speeding tickets, and then that's the only reason she caught on, like going, flip me.
But it's pure scary looking too.
But I think people actually die from sleepwalking. There's cases.
That's right. I would imagine. Well, like if you're driving a car and anything out there, of course it can be. It'd be dangerous enough.
My sister, we had to lock the windows in her room.
Aye.
She sleepwalked, and the bookshelf as well. One night we went up, and the bookshelf pushed out, and she was sleeping behind it.
Aye. It's amazing, like.
Hey, it's very haunting. Like, see if you're lying sleeping and you woke up and somebody just walking along the room or something.
I know why.
But if you think about sleep, right? So see when we go into what REM sleep we talked about, when you go into REM sleep, so your mind or your body will paralyze you, so you don't.
Rapid eye movement.
Yeah, that's rapid eye movement. That's 100% right. So unbelievable.
He does his research. Well done, motherfucker.
So so basically what happens there is, and this is why sleepwalking is so like unbelievable. When we go into REM sleep, our body will actually put us into like a paralysis where we won't move, so we don't act out our dreams. Now, the only things it doesn't do, it doesn't actually turn off. It doesn't actually turn off our ears.
Yeah.
That's the only sense that it doesn't turn off.
That's
And
mad. It's
just
mad the way the
to
body
listen-
does stuff
It's
again.
just to listen for danger, and that's just an evolutionary thing from when we were cavemen in a cave.
It's fucking mental.
That's the
when
one thing about me. Listen, I can sleep sometimes. I'm not a great sleeper. I'm a light sleeper.
Aye.
But that's one thing that's positive. Like if I ever heard a fire, or ever heard
Aye.
anything happen or down the stairs, or whatever, I'll get the wife to go down.
But that's a
One
good
of the
thing, isn't it?
And
One
I
of the
find
things-
it's a good thing.
One of the things you've said something well important there now, you probably don't realise it, right? There's a thing called sleep identity,
Mm.
right? People always say to me, I'm either a good sleeper, bad sleeper, light sleeper. I say to everybody, there's no need to have a sleep identity.
No.
You do sleep.
Yeah.
Everyone
I
sleeps.
says I do sleep sometimes.
I which is good, right? And I say to everybody is always tell yourself that you sleep. Because if you didn't sleep, you'd be dead in about 11, maybe 18 days.
Would you?
Aye.
Fuck.
So that's why when people come into me, you know, and that's why we talked about that thing about sleep reality versus sleep perception. Like I would have people come into me and says, Emmett, I'm lucky if I'm getting 10 minutes sleep a night. And I'll turn around and says, no, that would be, you'd be really, really sick. Like, no, you'd be physically not well. You'd
But
probably be in the border of like having a heart attack or a stroke or have cardiovascular illnesses, but that's their perception. And then we sit down and we actually figure out, they turn around and says, well, you know, maybe I'm getting maybe 3-4 hours, so that's not too bad. But we always maybe undersell how much sleep we're actually getting
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
It goes to show you how important it is, though, isn't it? Hey?
I think for me, it's so important. I'll personalise it. For me, I feel far better the next day after a good night's sleep.
How do you do it? Everyone.
Even in terms of what we will eat will be much better.
Do you drink?
Do I drink
Aye.
alcohol? Rarely. Hey, to
Do
be
you not?
honest with you. I used to.
It's a
obviously,
big
when we
bad
were-
effect
when we
to
were all,
drink, like.
when we were all students and we were all running around when we were younger days. But I've two wee nippers in the house. Like
Would you have a drink in the house or a wine or?
rarely? Hey, to be
No.
honest with you, rarely. To be honest, it's. I don't know. I haven't got this days now where I wouldn't be bothered with it.
Nah. A
Don't
lot
get
of
me
people
wrong.
go that way.
I love going out for a bite to eat. And
Live
having
music or something.
live music and having pints at times stuff like
Aye.
that there too. But for me, I would notice that alcohol would really wreck my sleep at night.
Wreck your sleep.
And then I really enjoy my training,
Aye.
so I would find then that have a knock-on impact alternative.
It's a knock-on pack for food, training, and
Everything.
everything. But sports, I've seen that there's a lot of research into sleep now for sports. Because they say you get enough sleep, like the Tour de France, all them people.
All
Like
100%.
that's it definitely is true, like because your body's switched on then for whatever you have to do the next day.
The sleeping. So the thing when you work, whenever say a county player or a boxer or anybody would kind of reach out for me, I can't apply the same sleep stuff that I would just a normal person because they're a high performance athlete.
Yeah.
So therefore their sleep amount would be much bigger.
Yeah.
So they would need to be getting around 50, 60, maybe 60 hours a week sleep, which averages about 8-ish hours a week. And that's just really good for their performance because if they're sleeping better, they train harder, they perform better.
Recovery too.
And the recovery is crucial, you're 100% right.
That's one of the best recovery things, isn't it?
Oh,
Sleep is.
I can't highlight enough. Remember we talked about the non-REM 1, non-REM 2
Aye.
and non-REM 3. It's that non-REM 3 that's where your human growth hormones produce. That's where your glycogen levels are restocked, your immune system restocked. Everything is kind of put back in. But the most important thing in that non-REM 3 for a professional athlete or even a county player, whoever, is the cognitive recharge. So if you are getting instructions shouted on you from the sideline, you pick up what they're saying. But if you go on and you're sleep deprived, you're all like, what? What? Shut up. No, I don't want to listen. But if you're tuned in with your sleep, you'll pick up things better. Plus, you'll also be more motivated and you'll be less prone to injury.
See, say that somebody's watching that takes sleeping tablets.
Mm-hmm.
What REM do you think they go on to?
Sleeping tablets, like, it depends, to be honest with you. I'm not a big backer on
No,
sleeping tablets.
neither am I. But I'm saying like they obviously go on to REM 3, but most of them get up fucking groggy.
They do.
Do you know what I mean?
Aye,
So it's
because-
obviously there's effect to that rather than natural sleep.
Do you know, right, that there wouldn't be a wide pile of evidence to suggest the sleeping tablets actually work?
It's
Because
all
if
in
you-
your head.
If you think about sleep, sleep's about our thoughts, our feelings, and us. I don't care what anybody says. A tablet can't mitigate against all that. Because if you're not sleeping, It's not because this tablet's going to automatically just make you feel safe. The reason why you're not sleeping is because biologically, mentally, and emotionally, you're not feeling safe to sleep. And it's not sleep that someone's going to come in and take you in the middle of the night or anything like that there. It's just that your central nervous system won't, because it feels as if, hey, now's not the time. And that's why it just spikes your wakefulness. And what I say to everybody is, don't fight against your sleep, because it will be a fight you will not win. And you will frustrate the life out of yourself. You'll annoy yourself so much that all of a sudden, if it happens one night, that's great. These can happen. But if it's happening 1 night, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then all of a sudden our body starts connecting bed with frustration, annoyance, wrestling with the pillow, tossing and turning. And one thing I would say to everybody, see if that's happening to you, one of the simplest things that you could do is come out of your bed, go back downstairs. Perfect. This man here's
he sleeps because nobody's going to come take him out of bed. Seriously, Matt.
But that's such a simple technique, but it's so good, going back down the stairs and just going to yourself, I'm just going to reset, and then just go back upstairs again to sleep when I'm ready to sleep.
I'm going to try it the next time.
And I always say to everybody is, go to bed when you're sleepy. Don't go to bed when you're tired. There's a difference.
Yeah.
You're tired.
What did you say there?
Go to bed when you're sleepy. Don't go to bed when you're tired.
You're tired all day, man.
See if you're tired, you might...
I'm actually tired listening to each other falling asleep.
You might get tired. See if you were to go training. You feel, I feel tired now. But that doesn't mean you're sleeping.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So
exactly.
You take, for example, would you boys, or would anybody, open the fridge door and just stare at the fridge and say to the fridge and go, still not hungry yet. I'm still not hungry yet. I'm still not hungry yet. Sleep's the same. Go to bed when you're sleepy. Go to the fridge when you want to bite to eat.
That makes sense. Like, you live in the fridge. We're going to give just going to take a wee break here, folks, because I'm knackered. I'm not even lying. I'm going to go for a wee nap and then we'll be back. Massive thanks to Emmett for calling down and having a wee chat with us. Fucking really looking forward to this. But if you're watching on YouTube, folks, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
Make us money, quick.
Check us out on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. See you in 5, folks. Good luck.
Welcome back to episode 74, Vinny.
We actually really struggle with our sleep here, and Emmett has sleeping. And if you're struggling with your fucking sleep, folks, check him out.
Emmett Lynch, sleep consultant coach.
Welcome back, folks, to episode 74, part 2 of the V&M podcast. We want to welcome our guest. Thanks for sticking around now, for having a good wee chat with us. We find all this shit pure mind blowing, hey, but just at the break here, we're chatting about ice baths. We used to do them here fucking quite often, like.
They're brilliant for you, yeah.
But we were doing them just for recovery. I never had sleep. I'll just tell you a story. The first time we got the ice baths, I did the ice bath, 5-minute job, and out. And me and her went to a show in Strabane. And we were in the theatre, and we were in there 5 minutes there.
I forgot.
In the middle of the place, I never had to sleep like it. With ice bath.
That's amazing.
It just knocked me clean out, and it always does now. See, when I go into it, it's the best sleep I have after it.
We were just chatting about that. I usually do like a sauna on a Monday night or sometimes on Wednesday night, and I would find something similar to the sauna, 15 minutes, then the ice bath. My mate has one at the city's house, like, and I have to say the quality of my sleep on a Monday night is just unbelievable. And I think it literally is. It's just relaxing the body. It's chilling the body out. No, the heat.
Yeah.
And plus, there's no phones. There's
no. Yeah.
And you know what? It's good crack. Because you're chatting and stuff like that, and then the ice bath's not good crack because that's awful. But if you think about it, like whenever you're in freezing cold water, your mind can't think of anything else other than
get the fuck.
But we actually teamed up with a crowd that does the ice baths, and we did like a review on them or whatever.
Right. And
people were asking what it's like, but I actually couldn't describe how I felt on it. I couldn't describe the feeling you get when you're in it.
In terms of like the
after that,
obviously.
No,
well, obviously no one likes getting into it, But see, when you're in it, to here in your neck and you're sitting in it, I was trying to just feel how it is. And I couldn't describe how it felt. It was that fucking, it's like you got a buzz off it or something. Or
Like, I don't know the science behind, the ice baths. That's that Wim Hof stuff, isn't it? Is that why? Like,
but they're making for weight loss as well.
Oh, it's amazing stuff. Like, I've definitely noticed the benefits of it, even just in terms of if you have sore joints or if your body's just sore sometimes, an ice bath just gets rid of all the inflammation.
Recovery as well.
Runs out there, but it's really good, but it's just very good for your overall health and well-being. And then saunas, sure, if you look at the big Scandinavian countries, Sweden and Norway and Switzerland, their whole culture is based on saunas and all that. But then if you look at their health and well-being stats, they're best in Europe. Probably the best in the world, because their lifestyle and all that type of stuff is all geared towards health and well-being. And the scent of that, the saunas, and
they're all good looking too, aren't they?
They're not a bad looking bunch. Like,
we were chatting there about watches there. The wife, she had a watch on, and it tracks your heart and all, blah blah blah. But her heart rate and stress levels was annoying her, and she was getting, her stress was going through the roof, and her sleep was being affected. But I told her to take the watch off, and when she did take it off, her sleep was improved. That's mad.
That is nuts, but a good nuts at the same time, because that's one thing I would say to everybody: stop tracking your sleep. Because there's just no need to track your sleep. There's no need to monitor it. You're not running a project. Sleep will happen when it happens. Because one thing I've noticed is sleep has just become this really big thing, this new, like, nearly health craze thing. And what I notice is with people that are trying to track sleep, their thing can happen is called ortho-insomnia, where they're looking for sleep perfection. Right? It doesn't exist. And you will drive yourself crackers and bonkers trying to get it. And sometimes too, I would get those messages through going, oh, can you decipher my sleep tracker thing for me? And how do I get up from 78% up to 99? And I turn around and goes, if you got 72, you got 74% in your exam, you will be what? You'd be buzzing.
Fucking right, you are.
Yeah. And I'm just kind of going, but see, the thing about sleep trackers, it'll never say 100%, because it's always wanting you to go again, and go again. And then sometimes too, it'll send messages like, for a person your age, of same height and build, they're getting this, and you're kind of going,
why am I not getting that?
Why am I not getting that?
Are they
all of a sudden then you're just annoying yourself?
Yeah.
And then if you think about sleep, like, that's the opposite of what really sleep trackers should be doing. So I say to everybody, it's number one, stop tracking your sleep. If you're a county player or you're a professional athlete and you want to do it, look at it with a degree of curiosity, as in, that's interesting, that's it. Where I work with kind of a boxer one time, and he was tracking his sleep, so his sleep tracker was coming up 76%. He was, I didn't sleep good last night. So he was going into his training, he was holding back, because he goes, I didn't sleep good last night. And I said, but how do you feel? I feel great, but my trackers told me I slept bad. So then I'm going into my training and I'm holding back. And I was just kind of going, right, well, get rid of that ASAP. He stopped getting rid of it. He woke up the next day feeling good, went in and was hitting the bag faster, stronger, harder than anything else before. So one thing I would say to anybody who's thinking about going down the line and tracking your sleep, don't. I'm going to save everybody a few quid here, right? Is ask yourself these questions if you get up in the morning time. Is, how do you physically feel? Because your sleep tracker will never ever be able to identify that. Yeah. Your sleep tracker is only able to tell you when you went to bed, sleep, when you got up. It can't measure REM sleep, because REM sleep is actually measured in brainwave activity. It's actually measured in delta brainwave activity. And there's no way a watch on your wrist can measure brainwave activity. It's
from your pulse or wherever.
Or your pulse, it just can't. It's impossible.
Yeah, so I think someone, just Marty, for example, struggles with sleep. I think him going off his watch probably is going to make his sleep worse rather than better, because he's not worried, but he's overthinking about sleep, and then when he sees, oh fuck, I only ate 40% last night, he's overthinking again.
Aye. What can happen there too, and I would say sometimes too, that can be feeding the insomnia.
That's exactly what I mean now. So
you're just given, and the thing is that our insomnia, again, this is just for everybody, insomnia it loves when we give it attention, and we're feeding it.
Yeah.
And I would just go, stop feeding it. Even things like tracking your sleep and doing all these rituals before you get into your bed, you're actually just reinforcing you not to have a good night's sleep, even though you think that you're promoting, sleep behaviours. No.
That makes sense. You're probably better off not tracking it, Matt, but
Stop tracking it. And again, the question I would say to everybody is, how do you feel the next day? If you didn't set your alarm right in the morning time, would you sleep past the time to get up? And if that's the case, you need a bit more sleep. Other one then too is, can you perform optimally, at a good high level, that you want to perform at, until 12 o'clock without tea or coffee or an energy drink? And again, I would ask anybody, just think about that, and then look at it not with a degree of criticism on themselves. Look at it with a degree of curiosity, going, "Oh, that's interesting. I might want to think about that a wee bit more," rather than using it as a thing to smack yourself over the head with.
You says earlier on about just get up when your alarm goes off.
Yeah.
Is it true when if you sleep past your alarm, you go, I'll get another 5 minutes, you go into a deeper sleep than you were before your alarm was up?
You can, and again, what happens is that
that's why you sometimes you can sleep in then.
You can sleep in. What tends to happen is, so see that sleep cycle we talked about, you'll actually experience the majority of your REM sleep closer to you get up. So that's why when you have that 5 minute wee 10 minute wee snooze, you're actually probably experiencing that other end of your sleep, because that's closer to the end of your sleep and stuff like that. But my thing is about, you want to, as soon as your alarm gets up, honestly, force your arse out of your bed, because hitting the snooze, you're just feeding on your poor sleep habits, not necessarily you, but anybody. So as soon as your alarm hits, just boom, get up. And that can be hard, because your bed is warm and you're kind of going, I've just had a bad night's sleep and stuff like that. I tend to just stop feeding your insomnia.
Just
get up.
I'm thinking about tomorrow morning and up with my alarm.
Emmett, the way the world is at the minute, there's a lot of stress. There's a lot of worry, anxiety, mental health's massive. Me and Marty try and push talking mental health on this podcast as much as we can. But I thought then, when you were coming on, I was like, if there's someone watching this now that does struggle with their mental health, stress, anxiety, all of the above, and do have bother sleeping at night, is there a tip you can give them that relaxes their mind at night and maybe will help them get a wee bit of sleep? Because as you say, it's so important, and it could help someone that is struggling.
I think that's a great question, to be honest with you. One of the things I would recommend is, see an hour before you go to sleep, is you want to have a routine as such, or a bedtime menu. Do things that you like to do and allowing your body to relax. It can be listening to a podcast like we hear. It can be reading a book. It can be, doing things around the house. Just, do silly things around the house. Anything just to relax down your body, so that when you go up to bed, you're going to relax a little bit more. And the one thing I would say to anybody is, see if you're lying in your bed and you're staring at the ceiling, get out of your bed again and go back downstairs, reset, and try again. But for overall well-being, sleep, is massively important. But one of the things I would say to you is try to bring stillness into your day. What is that? Your belly?
Is that a fucking stomach?
I thought it was a one.
You hungry, Mama?
Yeah, on, I'll get a bit of one for you. No, I'm not. I don't know what.
I thought it was Mark farted.
Sham. Hurt me fucking neck.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, boys.
One of the things I would say is try to bring in stillness into your day. And what I mean by that is, people say, do I have to start meditating during the day? No. There's moments in your day, no matter where you are or what you're doing, that you can bring them on. Number one, traffic lights. Take literally a breath when you're at the traffic lights. When you're at the photocopying work, when you're at the lifting work, when you're brushing your teeth, when you're sitting in the car just about to get out the door to go to work. No, there's moments in your day all the time where just literally take 10 seconds, take a breath, check in with yourself, and then go again.
It's a good tip, and it's simple as well.
Simple, and that's the thing. It always has to be practical. I love things that are practical, affordable, or free.
Yeah,
and that's really good. And see about sleep. Sleep is free, and it's available 7 nights a week.
That's true.
When we were off camera too, Emma was saying all the wives out there that sex before you go to before you go to sleep is very, very important. So I'd say, like, that's true, isn't it?
Come something, old I'll be right out.
Just that's
Can
what
I
he
just
said.
say, there actually is a bit of science behind what he's saying. Actually,
There
might be
is,
true. There
Mark,
actually is.
clap us, Mark, and send it everywhere.
No, it's not marathon sessions. You're just looking for.
Quickie!
It is.
Yeah, they're actually quite good
It is
because
de-stresses.
it is. It actually. It's if you think about it, like afterwards, all the chemicals that are helpful for sleep are also very good in that space there too. So
Clap
there
it.
you go.
What I tell you, I wasn't lying or winking.
You're welcome, lads and ladies. Have you ever heard of Mary Bradley?
Yeah, no.
Oh, she does that wellness and well-being. I
Oh,
was in a
brilliant,
couple of
aye,
classes.
right.
She's a
She's,
mate of mine's wife.
She's
Aye.
very, very
She's
good. My
really good,
wife,
is she?
my wife would be. Listen
She's
to her stuff.
her voice, like she does that 1 minute of mindfulness.
Oh, here, that type of stuff's amazing. Like, get on that. Like, I would say to anybody, get on that. Like, it's class. See, like 1 minute. He'll always turn and says, "Oh, I don't have time." Everyone has it.
No, my wife does it at night there, and she reckons when she's put Mary on there for, as you say, like
It's
however
her
long,
voice, like just.
Very
she's
soothing.
it's just boom, straight out cow.
She's up on YouTube, isn't he? You should type her on the YouTube.
Yeah,
it's
I
gonna
just
be-
if you are and they'll or when I try that meditation, I'll try Mary Bradley. She's very, very
Now
good.
I did a class for her, but I think I'd be down a class and I look to be fucking messing and fucking class clown kind of fucker. Like I'd say put on earphones and listen, it'd be far better when I'm on my own.
You probably.
Because I find it hard to switch off when there's other men in the room. The smell of the fucking bastards.
That stuff's class. I would be such a big believer in it, to be honest with you. Look, it's been practiced for thousands and thousands of years. Like, it's been around since the turn of time. So bring it on to your day if you like, and there's the health benefits are great, particularly for your sleep at night, because what's happening to you is if
I was
you're
49
constant-
there.
Eh?
I was down to 49.
Your heart's at 49.
49.
That's amazing. His heart rate is at
I'm
40.
telling you,
40
it's
at
so
49.
That's Olympic athlete stuff there.
That's fucking so they reckon.
You see
I'm
goals?
nuts.
Unbelievable.
I had a run today and that's blood.
That's amazing.
On the car.
13,000 steps, 48. And my heart never goes down. You have me relaxed. Never goes down to 48.
I'm telling you, Tom. He
I'm
puts something.
telling you,
He puts
it
something
never
in
goes
your
down to 48. I'm around Mafa because he's weird.
He puts up with your drink.
Does it spike when you're around him?
No, but I'm never at 48 sitting here. It's always when I'm out for the count. sleeping.
There you go.
Hey, just before we let you go, Emmett,
Yeah.
what is the best thing to do before bed? Or actually, what was I meant to ask you?
Mindfulness,
Food.
Food.
Food, right?
Is
Aye.
before sleep, is food good? Someone told me if you eat a banana before bed, you're going to dream about fucking gorillas.
All mad stuff. I'll tell you what. Look, there's again, like it's wild difficult to nail down, the research on it. Although there is a bit of research, they suggest that kiwi fruit,
Kiwi.
kiwi,
Cheese.
cherries. No, not cheese.
Cheese. You be fucking dreaming like Dracula on a skateboard.
Kiwis are good. Cherries, walnuts are actually really, really good for sleep. And again, you just eat them kind of during the day. The evidence, and they're come from like really good universities, have done research on it and stuff like that. So it's a wee bit of research on it. We see the shelves and Tesco all getting cleaned out with all this stuff now tomorrow. But try to bring that in. But my thing is about obviously look, the devil's in the detail in terms of your teas and your coffees and stuff like that. There's no point drinking a tea or coffee at fucking 10:30 at night and expect you're going to go to your bed that night. It's not going to happen for you.
Tea.
It depends too, because I remember
caffeine
working with
in
this
tea,
time.
isn't
I
it?
was working with this guy one time, and again, he was a boxer. He was drinking tea every night at 10 o'clock. He was, but it's part of my chilling out
routine.
routine.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
happy around a toast, and I watch the TV, and Wayne's are in bed. I just feel as if that's me now chilling out. So for me, it's all about the person's sensitivity towards it, rather than the thing itself. To be honest with you, because a lot of people can, like, I love a cup of tea. I love a wee cup of tea and stuff like that. So it all depends, really, to be honest, on the person. Stuff like
Kebab.
that. Kebab. Where
10
from?
minutes before you go to
Where
bed.
from?
Man to bed.
Ideally, food-wise, sleep-wise, a bowl of cereal's grand.
Something not heavy.
Something easy. Not going to be having you up in the bathroom during the night. So out there. A bowl of cereal's A1. A wee round of toast, spot on. Look, they cost nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's it.
Just when we're on that point, at the end of every podcast, we ask our special guests 3 very important questions. And the first one is, what is your favourite takeaway?
Hold on, man. Warm shower?
I am. Well, I like it in the cold shower, the answer after.
Aye, before your bed.
Oh, before bed. Oh,
He's on a bit before the kebab.
I thought you were on about like just in general. Like,
Last time you-
showers are great an hour-ish before bed.
An
They're
hour-ish.
very good for relaxing the body and stuff like that. But that's just all general sleep hygiene stuff.
Aye.
You know what I mean? If you have difficulty with your sleep, you're probably listening to this going, "Fuck, I tried that and it doesn't work." Look, that's probably not the reason why you're not getting the sleep.
Exactly,
Stuff
yeah.
But the thing is, I would say to everybody, but it's a very good way to relax the body, relax the mind, and just start telling the body, I'm now getting ready for sleep mode
yeah.
and stuff like that there too. Aye. So shower's good, bath's good, stuff like that.
Emma, at the end of every podcast, we ask our special guests 3 very important questions.
Yeah.
And the first one is, what is your favourite takeaway?
Jeez, it's a toss up between a Chinese or an Indian.
Right.
Who says that?
I do love a Chinese, and there's a lovely Chinese in Derry. Can we say their name?
Fucking say their name.
Fucking
Jimmy.
say.
I
But me and Maffy get wild hungry at this stage.
I know why we do get
There's
hungry.
one there's China. What do you call it? China House. I think there's down at the bottom of Colin.
The one Jordan says now.
Don't know.
I think he was talking about the Mandarin Palace, or was he?
No,
talking
he
about
was, wasn't telling about the man. He was mentioning one when we were on his.
There's one beside his house, actually. Whatever. We
Was
don't
it
know.
Cam House? Was it?
Can't remember the name.
We have to go on. We were going on.
Or the
there.
Water Fortune? Was it the Water Fortune on the water side he was talking
You
about?
mentioned one. Of them.
Either way, I think Chinese are great. They're lovely, like. But I do love an Indian. I think it's a different type of.
It is a
takeaway, like.
no, but yeah,
What,
Loads of all like wheat different things you can
Chinese is very common. What's your order?
Oh, here I'm plain Jane me. Like,
Me
I
too.
I'm a salt and chili chicken, chips.
Would
curry,
you believe it?
can of Coke?
If I swear, and I'm not lying, right? I had that order last night.
It's lovely, like the class.
I'm not lying. I did.
They're
I had a
not-
spicy bag out of bamboo cord. I got
spicy back.
spicy bag. That's what it's called.
Yeah,
It's your
good
salt and
gear,
chili
aye.
chips,
Yeah, good
salt
gear.
and chili chicken, and I got a portion of fried rice and Singapore noodle with a curry dip and a can of Coke. You just said my order.
And that's so it's lovely.
30 man.
Oh, it was nice too, Mava.
You see it in you?
Many nights a week you getting takeaways one. Mine's
Just
just one
4
Saturday night, that's it.
or
Aye,
one.
mine would be the odd time then. Depends if I'm drinking.
Aye.
We could lead on to during the week. Like
Oh, aye.
I get a wee kebab wrap here.
Oh, you would.
Nice.
I'm the Jason like a
I
bot.
do love a kebab box pizza.
Mm.
That you just get them.
Google that,
You
Mark.
ever get the
Then
spice
photo
box,
up too.
like
No,
the
like
big
there's-
box.
No, you get like a Palo's pizza in Derry, right? And they do like a kebab box pizza. I'm telling you, it's unbelievable.
It's dairy, so many options.
What's that in your trousers, Marty? You just
It's a
happy?
fucking- it's a carrot on.
The food down here is lovely too.
Oh, I love that.
Food's
Yeah,
but
we
dairy
do.
has a lot of places there. Like
Notorious street food.
Oh, boys.
unreal.
How good is that? I should have said, you know what? Scrap of Chinese Notorious. Good thing you say, because see their chicken burger.
Notorious is
I
a
have to say
sponsor of us
Notorious,
next time.
Notorious chicken burgers.
Yeah.
Absolutely outstanding.
The
Are there-
tacos and the burgers.
Their
And see,
tacos.
see the size of them burgers? Like they would feed, man.
And they're loaded
we
fries
must go on
too.
there again, Mava.
Aye.
They're
fuck.
lovely. They do a big sloppy Joe burger and stuff like that there too. And see for the quality of the food and the price, it's lethal.
Aye, unbelievable.
You see 'em on
Load
TikTok
of
and all
chips.
Load of chips are lethal. Like.
You see them on TikTok and all. They seem to be good
Aye,
lads too. We
well-
love fucking good, like local people. You know,
Aye.
Aye.
They are good spots.
good lads, like doing well. Like we love
were,
seeing that.
We were doing a cut through Daniel and the Radisson, and we do that sometimes. Go on the gyms and we go on cuts, like, and we're doing it. But I wasn't. Where were we?
And there,
There, yeah. And we're coming back out. And no, I wasn't with you.
no, you were actually.
I was with the Wi-Fi, and says then I was going to hang. And next thing Daniel rang me. He went and mouthed to Daniel that I was going to Tory
Our
Street
coach,
Food.
our coach.
That's when we'd been checking rice now.
Aye.
Daniel goes, where are we at today, lad? I says, fuck all, here's just in Derry. Where else did you go? It's fucking her fucking mouthing me.
You're touted about
Oh, hey.
He's like, oh, I'm in here getting a fucking big smash burger. Don't tell Dan, like our coach. Now,
Oh, he said yeah.
I rang Dan straight
Sorry,
away.
man.
Sorry, yeah,
I rang straight away. I was like, Dan, Marty's in fucking notorious street food eating burgers.
That's what I say. That's what I say. Right. What's your next question? Do you have for me? You tell me one more.
Favorite movie
Favorite movie?
of all time? Go.
Shawshank Redemption.
Not
Goodfellas.
Good fellas. Good shirt.
Or Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump's unreal.
What a
Jenny!
I just think any time you watch it, you could literally just watch it again.
I may watch that actually.
You got no legs, Lieutenant Dan. I love
Jenny,
it.
I love you, Jenny.
Oh, that's a good show. A good shout, actually.
Toothpaste shrimp, orange shrimp, lemon shrimp.
I actually went to Bubba Shump when we were in New York.
Oh, way.
Did you go on to it?
No.
And they have a whole big franchise, and before you order, they ask you all your questions. Right?
Shut up.
And if you get
What's
all
Bubba
of it right,
Shrimp? What's that?
it's like a shrimp, it's like a fast food takeout thing in America. And so we went down, and the gear goes, if you can answer all these questions right, you get your dinner for free. And I was like going, serious pressure. It's like 5 or 6 questions. I got 4 right, and the last one I got wrong. Some was, what was the number of Forrest Gump's jersey when he was playing American football?
Oh, jeez.
I think it was like 42 or something, and I said 24. And she was like, the care was trying to help me out. No, and I was going, what?
That was
no,
way
like,
about.
I was going, that was the way about.
No, I ain't going to give it to you.
Well, no.
You actually look a wee bit like Bubba Shrimp. I'm only noticing that now.
Bubba.
Yeah.
So you're lying on Smashburger out of Notorious.
Yeah.
Forrest Gump's on TV. What box of Pringles are you having? What's your favourite Pringle?
I'm a chocolate man.
Chocolate Pringle.
I'm a chocolate man.
Are you not a Christmas man? You mean? I was thinking
Christmas.
chocolate Pringle. What? I was going to say, don't say them fucking Sterling Pringles. You said there.
Oh, I'll tell you now, it's chocolate Pringles, they make a fortune.
Fucking right, that's a
it.
shout.
Lads,
How about they tried the potato chocolate? Didn't really work.
No,
Ah,
it
stinking.
doesn't make sense. But no, Chris Wise, I like just plain Jamie, salt and vinegar. One's your A1, but I'm more of a chocolate man than a Chris man.
Are you?
No,
Oh, I'm a big savoury Chris man.
That's why I actually remember I saying these about me going off social media for Lent.
Oh, yeah.
It was either that there or go off chocolate.
Oh,
and I was
fuck.
all like, yeah, I'll just go off social media. I just went off. You know what? Didn't even think I'd rank out of me. Chocolate, I would be climbing the walls.
Would you recommend going off social media?
See, if I didn't have this gig,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be on it personally. Although I do know that there are a lot of good things that come off the back of it if you're looking to raise awareness on mental health, or you're looking to raise awareness on women's issues, or even social media for Gaza. You know, if it wasn't for social media, we wouldn't know what was happening over there. So for those things, that's amazing, and for highlighting that type of stuff, class. But I would just find
Fake
that
news,
social
there's a
media
lot of
is
fake
just
news.
a lot of junk. A lot of
It's toxic junk now, but getting's very, very bad. Like,
and the
some
one thing I would see, it would be a lot of people comparing and despairing. You know, going online, comparing their life with what they're seeing.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, even though you tell people that there is just, they're just projecting an image that they just want the world to see.
Yeah.
And people still hook, line, and sinker it every time.
Right.
You know?
yeah, it's
That is
just
true.
the list of stuff you just named there. Like, like, it's so important, but you just gotta take the fucking good with the bad. I think, in it.
Like, there is so much good, and like the genie is out of the bottle with social media and all that type of stuff. So I think we need to embrace it. But I would just say to people, just take away a pinch of salt.
I think you need to take it with a pinch of salt. That's right, Ty, because there's people out there that I think shouldn't be on it. People that take things
Too
serious, take it to heart, stuff like that. There, because we've had loads of people on here that say the same thing, and we're the same actually now. Kind of where we would get 20 good comments and then one bad comment.
But that, I always say, that's a reflection on them.
Oh no, we 100% know them.
That
He is a share with them.
That is their stuff.
But we would,
Aye.
the bad comment shrinks all the good ones. Do you know what I mean? The bad one stands out, and that's, we, honest to God, now we don't care. Like, we actually love it. We'd love to reply what we want to think, but we actually can't. But for someone that's maybe a wee bit vulnerable or something and sees something like that there, you can see how fucking bad it is for people like that.
It would break them in half.
Aye, that's what I mean.
Annoy the life of them.
So you need to be a wee bit fucking. You need to take away a punch of salt.
The thing I would say too is, like, see, in our generation, we know what life was like without it.
Yeah,
But see, with the now generation coming through, they don't.
they don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the one that was always in
So
there.
we're like, that's why I think we do take it with a pinch of salt.
Yeah.
Where I think the now generations looking at it being all, this must be it.
Aye.
Where we're kind of, there was a whole entire decades when all that type of stuff was crap. In fact, we often chat about it as mates. Like, I remember the first time a fella came into our school with a mobile phone, and we all thought, it can't get better than this. You know what I mean? A coloured phone And we were just looking and going, have we just reached
Playing
the top?
Snake.
Aye, exactly.
You know what I mean? So that's it.
We actually lived in a good time, hey?
I think so too.
Like sweat, like
Didn't even
switch,
go out to the street and mess about. And
I was never in there.
100%. Right?
headers and volleys and runaways and catchers.
Runaways and catchers. I was good at that too.
Hide and
That's
seek.
good.
Aye, we lived in a good time, like, and it's mad how times go now.
Even things like I would see sometimes too. Like I was down there with my wee ones, the big soft play area, and like whenever we were younger, we never got photographs taken.
No.
It's only on like confirmations and christenings and God forbid if you were missing. Your parents never had a photo.
The only way they tracked us when you got a tooth out.
You know what I mean? But now, like I was kind of seeing like parents taking photos, which is lovely of Wayne's. But then the Wayne's are coming up going, "Show me the photo." My mom is showing the photo, goes, "No, delete that. I don't like it." I was turning around going, "You're 4. You know, you should love that photo if you sticking your tongue out like you don't like."
Again, I think it's you got to take the good with the bad as well. Like a lot of people say, "Fucking put your phone away and capture the moment and your memories and stuff like this here." But we actually had Kevin do her on the Wild Atlantic Traveller, the last one.
I did see that one.
The last podcast, he was saying, I was like, "Oh, so you out now with your phone, or how did you get in there?" Whatever. He's like, "No, we always kind of were in there taking photos and stuff like that." So he says, whenever you walk into his home house now, into his father's house, there's pictures everywhere, and he lost his mother. But they have photos of his mother now for memories that they can have that last forever. Do you know what I mean? When you taking the good with the bad.
In that type of stuff, that's amazing.
That's what I mean.
Because I think when if your mum goes, your dad goes, that's all you have.
Yeah.
And sometimes too, a photo, it just brings back all the good stuff.
100%.
So 100%, I'm all for that and stuff like that. There,
photo catches 1,000 memories, like
100%, all that type of stuff. That's the good stuff.
But again, then you can fucking ruin things with. Like I think, like you need to get like we were on the honeymoon there, and we were on a cruise. And I tried to keep the phone out of my hand more than I had it in my hand. But again, I wanted to take photos to have memories.
Memories of it.
It's just hard, like.
Sometimes I actually love it when my phone completely goes out of battery. And I just go, just leave the phone there and just go.
That's why I was 32 minutes less on my phone last week, because I think my phone died with a storm.
I actually love just when my phone just goes out of battery and I just go, oh well.
Do you know what I meant? I just want to say before we go, I don't know if I should say this on the podcast. I might cut it out later, but do you know what I'm doing now? Before bed, not even before bed, or before bed, I was a big one, and this might get me into a bit of, don't know, might give it a bit of stick or whatever. Colouring.
That's brilliant.
Boys, oh my god!
Concentrating on the
mindfulness colouring.
Like
that's class.
But it's not even tiredness. It's not even.
You're colouring, Mama. Baby.
Katrina bought a box of markers and 2 colouring books and Smiths. €40 for the markers she spent, and they're lethal. But anyway, it's not the fact that
some markers are 40.
They're unbelievable. Yeah. They're like no one under 10. Oh my god!
My stomach's fucked.
Mafa.
Oh, that's rotten.
That smells my.
Oh my god.
Oh Jesus. Sorry. Go back to that. Sorry. Mafa, what the fuck? No wonder you can't sleep.
I can sleep. These made me sleep.
See, colouring, boys. I don't know if it's because of my OCD or whatever, but that's so satisfying. It's so relaxing. Big one. I don't even worry about my phone whenever I'm colouring a picture on. Sounds pure childish.
That's very good.
It doesn't. And like when you're chatting there, right? Remember at the start we talked about the 2 sides of our central nervous system, the sympathetic and the parasympathetic.
Yeah.
So sympathetic, that's all your fight or flight, buzzy. And then your parasympathetic, that's where you feel relaxed. So when you're doing that, unbeknown to you, you're actually over on your parasympathetic side of your nervous system. That's perfect for sleep.
Boys.
So see a song that's handy to do. Yeah,
I'm telling you.
I think it's great.
Where did you ever think of doing that?
I used to love colouring, and I was up in Katrina's mum's one day, and her wee niece, Amelia, was colouring. I was like, oh, you know, and I was colouring. I was like, fuck, I love colouring. And then we just started colouring. I was like, that's pure. I don't know what it does. Just fucking. Just
are you into art and air?
No, I couldn't fucking draw a house. Pure shade at drawing a house. But the pictures, the Katrina got this book where pure professional looking colour book, but mine's is just coloured on people like just normal pictures.
But you must come from. You don't necessarily, when I say like art, I don't necessarily mean like you're drawing like, but you must have an artistic, creative gene to both of you because you are created this. You know, this it probably is a form of.
That probably is. You're probably right. I never thought in that, but it's fucking. If you're listening to this, try calling on a picture. Mafa, just try it. You don't have to tell anyone. I don't know why I told people there, but
it'll not bother me, you know.
But I'm telling you, Mafa, try it. And I don't know if it's for everyone or whatever, but just try it. Mark, try it. And I'm telling you.
You could draw him.
Fuck. Wouldn't have a page big enough.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, but we better go here.
On that note,
because Marty farted,
Emma,
smelling here.
Rotten, is it? Emma, thanks very much for coming. And if anybody's out there has sleep problems or anything like that, hit Emma up on Instagram.
I shall have my Instagram account. It's the Adult Sleep Coach NI on my Instagram. You'll get all the stuff there too. We'll put it up there. And then I'd also give a wee shout out to your physio. That's where I work out on Saturday for the sleep clinic and stuff like that. They have been amazing.
And where's that at, Emma?
It's out in Campsie in Derry, stuff like that. I have had off the back of I've done Highland Radio. They had me on, and I've had a number of people from the Donegal area actually reach out. So brilliant. I can also do it online as well for people.
Right.
Because they may not necessarily want to kind of travel in.
That's
so
handy.
Online is a wee option for people and stuff like that if they so wish. But my thing is that if you don't want to reach out to me, that's fine. But if you want to follow the page, you can as well. If you are going to reach out to a sleep coach, one recommendation is make sure that they are qualified and that they are accredited and stuff like that there too before you go down that route.
Do you give tips up on your page, sorry, before we go?
I like my wee Instagram account. I try to kind of keep it on all the time. Just different material that we kind of put up, and they're only like 15-30-second videos just for people to kind of think about it or even try to implement in their day.
Highly recommend them, folks. If you are struggling with sleep, it's fucking mind blowing. Just when you actually sit down and have a think about it, it makes a lot of sense, and it's so important. Your sleep's so important. Check Emmett out Instagram, and if you are struggling, whatever your sleep, whatever stress, anxiety, all that shit, contact Emmett. We'd highly recommend it. Massive thanks to Mark behind the camera for doing nothing, just sitting there smiling as usual.
Dirty wee man.
We'll be back next week, folks, with episode 75. Tune in, hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button, and peace out, folks.